Let's check out what's happening on the ground. We cross to our reporter Olwethu Matsipane, who is at a voting registration center in Nelson Mandela Bay. Hey, Olwethu, thank you very much for your time. What's happening there?
All right, right now, Blaine, we are crossing to you from Chetty. We were taking a drive around this area earlier on to check if everything is running smooth in the voting stations. We saw that they are all open, but chatting to the area manager, the IEC official, he informed us that this particular registration point has been the busiest. Yesterday, saying that they had about 400 people that came to register in this area, and we've seen a couple of them here as well. Some of them, they are registering for the first time. Some are here to actually check if they are still registered in this particular area. This area, Blaine, if I can say, it's one of those areas where people that are moved from floodplains in the Nelson Mandela Bay get moved to this area, and so you would get a number of people that have been staying here for a very long time. And also talking to the IEC officials in the region, they informed us even the wards that had problems yesterday, like where we crossed to you from in NU29, they're saying that station is open today and they aren't experiencing any problems. Later on, we're also expecting that we'll be going around to other areas as well to check if people are coming out in numbers. Remember, it's Sunday today, so people have more time as compared to Saturday, where people have other commitments and things to do. So today we're expecting more people to come out. And also earlier on, when we went to the Nelson Mandela University, we saw that a number of first-time voters were also coming out to register, saying that it's important that they also have a voice in who they put to represent them in the country. But now, Blade, I've just grabbed somebody from the line to tell us why she is here and why she thinks it's important to register to vote. Mama, if you ungasixelela nje ngeba mhlawumbi kubaluleke kangakanani into abantu baregisterishe bazovota.
Siswam ibaluleke kakhulu indaba yevoti, ngoba egqibeleni sizifumene izinto besikade sizinqwenela. Nam ndithetha nje nawe, ndandihlala i-12 years ematyotyombeni, but ngoku ndayifumana indlu ndisendlini. Kodwa ke ndinqwena ukuba lo rhulumente wethu asanzele wesithena apha eBoys Park. Okokuqala sibethwa icrime ininzi kakhulu and asinazo izitrato. Siyazidinga namanzi, but akhona kodwa ngenxesha fumanisa uba amanzi ayavalwa. Sininzi nje izinto esizinqwenelayo apha eBoys Park. Nkosi siswa.
Nkosi kakhulu mama. All right. Blaine, there you have it. She's saying that she is happy. She stayed in informal settlements for most of her life, and right now she has a house, which is one of the reasons that she sees that people need to register and vote. But she is also saying that they still need help in the area. There's high rate of crime, and they're saying that there are other service delivery issues in the area. That's all we have for now, but we'll be crossing back to the studio later on just to inform you guys about what's happening in the Nelson Mandela Bay.
Yeah, no doubt we'll catch up with you a little later on. Olwethu Matsipane, live for us there at the Nelson Mandela Bay. We will speak to her in a short while. If you're watching the cricket, well, South Africa has lost a wicket already. Quinton de Kock out for a duck, and this is the second over. So South Africa 3 for 1. We'll keep you up to date with the latest as we go on. Okay, let's stay in the Eastern Cape. We now cross to Busisiwe Jemsana-Mantashe, who is at voting registration in Stutterheim. Busisiwe, thank you very much for your time. Okay, yesterday some stations were closed that side. How's the situation there today?
Very good morning. Well, as you put it, some stations were closed yesterday, and some of those that were opened were forced to close early. But around about afternoon, we were told that there were some of those that did not open that were able to open. This is one of the stations that did not open yesterday, the Siakula Public School. In fact, even today, the gates are locked. The IEC officials had to work outside. If I can just step out, they're working under a gazebo, trying to make sure that those who have come to register are able to register and do so. There's also a police van just next to them that is safeguarding the safety of the officials and those who have come to register. You'd remember that there has been threats against IEC officials and those who want to come to register following the ongoing protest over the leadership of the municipality. But so far we are seeing people coming out to actually register. And I'm joined by the Spence who've come also to register. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us. Is this the first time you'll be registering in this station?
Yes, it's my first time. Actually, we're from East London, so we registered there. And now today we're trying to get registered here.
And I'm sure you're happy to find the station open after the reports that it was closed yesterday and there were ongoing protests prior to registration.
Yes, we weren't sure if they will be open.
Right. Thank you so much. Have you registered yet?
Not yet. I'm in the line now.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Spence. They're saying that they're from East London. This is the first time that they are going to register in this voting station. They were not sure if it was going to open today, but they're happy that it has opened. And we are seeing a peak really today as compared to yesterday. You'd remember yesterday, even the stations that were open, but we did not see many people going to register. I would see one or two people in 2 hours, but this morning we've been seeing a lot of people coming to this voting district to actually register. We are still waiting for an official statement from the IEC that will tell us how many stations are to be opened, how many have opened. We know that in Lungisi Township, right here in Stutterheim, they are still having some problems there as the protesters are still throwing threats as we've heard, but we understand that there's a team of police that have been dispatched to that township to actually assess the situation and whether or not the IEC officials will be able to go there and put their things and actually register those who wish to go to register. We will be keeping a closer look. In fact, we'll be moving from station to station to keep you updated of the developments as they happen. Back to you in studio.
Busi, there's currently about, 26.1 million registered voters currently on the National Common Voters Roll. And I guess the idea this time around is to get at least about 1 million more voters registered on this roll for this weekend. One of the target groups are the youth this time around. What's the sentiment on the ground? Are you seeing a lot of youth coming to register? Have you managed to have a bit of a chat with them?
Well, in terms of the targets from the IEC side, that's something we are yet to get from the IEC officials. It has been a mission. In fact, we have been having difficulty trying to get hold of the Electoral Commissioner to have an interview with them to actually get into depth with the statistics, the numbers and the people. But what we have observed as we've been going to these stations since yesterday, there has not been really, we're not in a position to say there's been young people registering or elderly people registering, because we have not seen many people. I think yesterday we saw about 10 people in different voting districts, and today we're seeing also people registering in this voting district. We are seeing young people, we are seeing also the elderly and those who have come, some first time that will be registering, and those that will be voting for the first time for the general election. So at this point in time, it is difficult to say really of whether we're seeing more of elderly or less of the youth, but we are seeing both. We'll be moving around, and I think after visiting about 3 stations, if we are able to get to those and they are open here in Stutterheim, we'll be able to tell that so far in the Siakula Public School voting district, we are seeing a bit of both. Really, both have come out, elderly and the young.
We'll see, no doubt you will keep us up to date with the latest from Stutterheim. That was Busisiwe Jemsana-Mantashe live for us in Stutterheim. Okay.